It's been said, if you win the morning, you win the day. Welcome to the Power Plan with Tashara. I am your host, author and speaker Tashara TJ Robinson, and I am here to educate, encourage, and edify you on your life's journey. Thank you for joining me today on the Power Plan. We are going to talk about winning the morning. That means getting up in the morning, setting an intention for the day, deciding what type of day you're going to have, what type of thoughts you're going to allow to meditate and land in your mind, thus in your spirit, to determine how your day will go. That's our topic on today's Power Plan. But first, a little background about me. Why am I here? Why did I decide to start this YouTube channel? Again, my name is Tashara, and I was a stay-at-home mom, a married stay-at-home mom of 4 children. I was married for 19 years. I was at home with our 4 beautiful children for 17 years. I am now a divorced, single, working mother. Almost 4.5 years now. Time goes by so quickly. Oh my gosh. I have a 21-year-old, so those children are now 21, almost 19, 16, and 6. Yeah, you heard me, 6 years old. The time has gone by so quickly, and when I survey that time, I realize, whoa, not only did time go by quickly, but I was a different person then compared to who I am now, and that's a good thing. Evolution. Of course, I have some very beautiful sacred memories of that time, being at home, being married, of course. But I also have learned to be in the moment right now, not to look back in regret, not to look forward with anxiousness, but be right here, right now. Thus, the topic of our video today, how to win the morning so you can win the day. But more background. As I went through that transition of from a married stay-at-home mother of 4 to now a single divorced working mother, there was so much self-reflection that I did. I'm so grateful that I did during that transition, but I also make it a habit to do it even now. During that time of self-reflection, I was able to figure out, why do I do what I do? Why do I think the way I think? Actually, it was a question that I had because I had these circumstances, these outside circumstances that I really didn't like. So this was at a point in my life where I was done. I was done going around that same tree, the same situation, either specifically in the marriage. So I remember sitting down and going, okay, now we've gone through this too many. Let's figure out, what am I doing? Best question. Best process that I ever undertook in my life was to figure out, what part am I playing? So from that first juncture, it opened up a wealth of knowledge. Talk about the Holy Grail, just the Holy Grail of self-reflection. Okay, that's why I allowed that behavior, or that's why I did what I did. I realized, as you will find out in my first book, From Pitiful to Powerful, that was published in September of 2018. It is on Amazon. I'll be sure to leave a link below. I realized that our thoughts determine our feelings determine our beliefs affect our actions, and our actions have consequences, and that whole process starts all over. So when I was able to figure that out, okay, there's a process here to my circumstances. Circumstances just don't pop up. There has to be something beneath that. I was able to figure that out for myself. Then, when I realized that all of these outside circumstances were a result of my own thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and actions, I was able to be empowered, again, to make a different choice in my thoughts, because that's where it all starts. So from that process, that awakening to that process, not only did I write a book, all of my social media platform really resonates that same principle. I understand we have outside circumstances that affect us. I get it. But when you become more familiar and when you trust that there is a process to those outside circumstances and that the outside circumstances are really the effect, you are wanting to know now, what is the cause? I am the cause. So that is why I decided to write the book, do the Power Plan channel, to remind us that we are the cause. Circumstances are the effect. So on today's video, we're going to talk about just that, how we can win the morning so that we can win the day. When I think of winning the morning, what I specifically am speaking of is when I'm lying in my bed, as soon as I open my eyes, what am I thinking? Again, going back to my process, thinking, feeling, believing, therefore choosing. Therefore, what type of day am I going to have? I have also learned through my process that every day really is a new day. It just is. We may feel like it's Groundhog Day because we keep living the same thing over and over, but then I realized, oh, we keep thinking the same thoughts over and over. You know, everybody goes through that period of time where you wake up, it's a good day, and then you realize, oh yeah, I was worried about that thing, or I was angry about that thing. You pick it right back up as if it were literally a burden, a brick, a bag, or something that you just got to keep carrying. Well, once I realized, oh, I keep choosing to think that thought. Again, I was set free. So how I win the morning is when I'm lying in that bed, I choose the thoughts that I'm going to allow myself to meditate on that day. If it was something from the past that I didn't like, well, if you find yourself that you got to keep thinking about it, revise it. How would you have liked that situation to turn out? Okay? Think on those terms. So before you get out of the bed, you must make an intention. That's the first thing. What type of day do you want to have today? You can choose to think about what happened yesterday, good, bad, or ugly. The only reason I would think about something in the past is if it gave me a great feeling, a feeling of peace, love, and elation. Other than that, leave it in the past because it's not helping me win this day. So decide in the morning before you get out of bed. I literally talk to myself out loud. I know, whatever, I do. I talk to myself out loud. One of the affirmations I used to say regularly was, today is a day of completion. Everything I need and want comes to me easily and effortlessly. That's just a simple mantra, a simple little ditty that you can come up with and say before you get out of the bed. Do you see how that one statement, it actually aligns your feelings with those statements? Now, you can decide to say something else that isn't as edifying. I'm not going to say that because I understand the power of my words. And then notice how you feel. So decide in the morning, set your intention for the day. Today is going to be a day of completion. Today, all of my answers will come to me. Today, the weather is going to be very cooperative. My car is going to operate exactly as it was designed to do. My children will be safe and loved wherever they are. Do you see what you're doing? You are getting ahead of the day. You are deciding what type of day you are going to have. So that is how we win the morning so that we can win the day. And do you also notice that in several cultures, other cultures, maybe some cultures in the East, they actually have a time of meditation 3 times a day, morning, afternoon, and evening. You know, I am no proponent of, who you decide to either pray to, or that's up to you. But one thing I have noticed, and you can't deny this benefit, is 3 times a day, sitting with yourself, getting quiet, and refocusing, that does wonders. I end up doing it myself. Morning time, I set my intention before I get out of my bed. Lunchtime, I may head outside or sit in my car, take about 10-15 minutes of deep breathing so that I can refocus that day. All that I need, want, and desire comes to me easily and effortlessly. This is how we set the intention. This is how we win the morning, win the afternoon, so that we can win the day. And then can you imagine when you lie down in your bed at night, take a deep breath, then you can say, like Ice Cube said, today was a good day. And it was a good day because you decided that it would be. So on today's edition of the Power Plan, we figured out that in order to win the day, we have to win the morning. That means being intentional on what type of day you want to have. Desire is a very, very strong emotion. Now, desire for good or bad is still the same powerful, attracting emotion. So if we understand and truly accept this power, then why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we wisely choose to use this power to attract what we want, which is a day that we win all day, every day. So I appreciate you tuning in on today's edition of the Power Plan. And we learned that in order to win the day, we have to win the morning. And we win the morning by setting an intention of what type of day we want to have, and we watch it unfold. So I appreciate you tuning in to the Power Plan today. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and smash that like button so that others may be able to be educated, edified, and encouraged on their life journey as well. And I will be sure to leave a link in the description below for From Pitiful to Powerful. So, as I like to end every video, remember, you are as powerful as you choose to be.